This is not only going to be keeping you cool, heating, dehumidify, all of that, but it's going to save you money. Think about this. It's getting hot, and it's only going to get hotter probably for the next 6 months or so. It's going to be hot. What we do, we go to our thermostat. There it is. Thanks, guys. Go to our thermostat. We turn it up, maybe only for that one room that we're trying to cool down. My son's room is the one that just stays hot in the back of the house. I can't. So we're spending so much money trying to cool. This is zone cooling, zone heating. All you need is a place to plug this in and a window. If it opens up and down, left or right, doesn't matter. That's all you need. This is 4-in-1. This has so many features. It is easy to take from room to room. Maybe it's for your guest, maybe it's for the kids' room, maybe it's your room, but this will save you money. At $399.99, you see that price today, you're saving $150. It's on 5 flexible payments. It's in the white, it's in the gray. We're gonna spend the next 25 minutes walking you through just how powerful and how easy this thing is to use. Tracy, it's so good to see you.
It's so good to see you. I agree with you. My oldest daughter, her bedroom, hot all the time. Jeez. And you know what she does? She sneaks out of her room. Oh boy. She goes to the thermostat. She bangs on it in the middle of the night. She's not even looking at where the temperature is. She's like, I'm hot.
I'm gonna hit it until I'm cool.
And then we wake up and we all need like 5 blankets and 10 sweaters to sit in the living room. Okay, so this is, again, Ty is 100% right. This is gonna change the way that you cool, heat, dehumidify, and move the air in your home. It's a 4-in-1. If you have a window and if you have a plug, now you have a way to cool down or warm up your home. It's a year-round solution. So how does it work? Like, you're like, oh, what do you mean? Like, it's so easy, you just need a window and a plug? Yeah, that's how easy it is.
Yeah, right.
So let me show you, okay? So first and foremost, it comes with the caster wheels. All you do is you lift the box off of the unit. You don't have to like pull the unit out of the box. You lift the box off.
That's smart.
It's the little things, my friends, all right? So, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna attach this extension hose, which is about 5 feet long, all right, to the base of the unit. So this is, you're gonna attach this. All you do is you there you go. All you do, is you slide this into place just like so. There you go.
Okay.
There, you just slide it in. Once it's locked and loaded, you're good to go, all right? There you go. So you have this. Now, this part right here is what you're going to attach to your window sliders.
Okay.
Now, I say window sliders for a reason. We're gonna make sure that it doesn't matter what size window you have, it's going to fit. Anywhere from 18 inches to 50 inches. Okay. Whether your window goes up or down, side to side, you know, you're gonna attach that. So, look at this right here. Okay. Here are your window attachments, all right? Your window sliders. You're gonna find that perfect length. Again, like I said, 18 inches to 50 inches. Whether it goes up or down, side to side, you take this, you place this in the lip of your windowsill, just like so, all right? And then you close your window, and that's it. Now, if I wasn't yapping the whole time, falling over, trying to attach it.
You wouldn't be Tracy Rosa.
It wouldn't be Tracy Rosa.
We wouldn't recognize you.
Right, yeah. So it would have taken about 30 seconds to assemble it, okay? Very, very easy. The thing that I love about this is that it is 100% portable.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we talk about portable solutions. A lot of times people think of those window units, those, you know, those.
Sure.
Those aren't portable.
No, you have to kind of drill those in. You're not moving that after you drill those in. Yeah.
Yeah, no, those are not portable. This is 100% portable. So say that my oldest daughter, Bella, her room is hot. Well, then my youngest daughter, Haley's having a sleepover. She wants, you know, to have this in her room. She just goes, takes it out of the window, plugs it in her room, pops it in her window. Now you're good to go. 100% portability.
That's great. Or you have those guests over. You know, you have that guest room where you don't go in there 8 months out of the year and then you have the guests come over and you're like, I need to heat it up. Or I need to cool it. I need to dehumidify, or just put a fan in there. This is 4-in-1, and this is all seasons. The other thing I love about this is we could talk about AC units, but AC units are only when it's warm and when it's hot, and the rest of the year just kind of sits there. You will use this as a heater. You will use this as a fan, as your AC unit. You will use this to dehumidify, so it's all year round. You plug it in, you put it up to the window unit, and that's it. You can roll it around. I also want to mention, too, you get 12-month VIP financing on this if you use your HSN card. I'm going to ask my producer, what is that 12-month VIP financing on here? What would they pay per month? $33.99. and 33 cents a month, no added fee, no added interest. That's barely over $1 a day to make sure that temperature is right in whatever room you want, and to prevent you or your oldest daughter, Bella, from going to the thermostat and clicking on it, and then all of a sudden that bill. We know when it starts to get warm, the first thing I think of is this gets expensive.
Oh, yeah.
It gets very expensive, especially if you have high ceilings and that you just can't cool the air.
Right.
This is the way you do it for $33 a month.
Well, you know me, too much information, Tracy. Let's just throw it out there. I always look at the time before I divulge too much information to see like if they're at work or they're not watching. You know, so everyone's at work and at school. So my husband actually put a digital lock on the thermostat because of the kids. Because they don't know, you know, they just want it cooler.
Right.
You know, but we see dollar signs every time that it goes down, every time that it goes up. You know, this time of year we're dealing with the AC. But remember, this is a 4-in-1. This is a year-round solution. You never have to worry about where you're gonna store this because you're always going to use it. Even when it's perfect weather, you can use this as a fan as well. So that's what we love about this. And again, true portability. You can move this from room to room. And stop trying to cool down the entire house for that one room that you're living in. That's the difference with this, okay? So again, portability, we love this. AC unit, heater, dehumidifier. Also, look at how this works. So I just turned this on. I set it at 66 degrees. So the unit recognizes 66 degrees. So it's gonna cool down this. This is a big studio. This is one of our biggest studios. Once it gets to 66 degrees, it will then kind of pause and monitor it until it goes up to 67 or it goes down to 60. It keeps that room temperature, and then that's another way you're saving money. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly right. Right. It'll maintain that as well. Right. It's the same thing. You know, you make such a good point about going to that thermostat to try to cool one room, to try to heat one room. There's nothing worse than that either, where the back room just won't heat up. It's the middle of winter. Every other place in the house is warm, but that won't heat up. Do you have a home office? Do you know someone who works from home and who sits in that room 8 hours a day that's in the back of the house? This would be perfect for that. At $399.99, you're kind of taking your control back. You're saying, you know what? I'm going to control. I'm going to zone heat. I'm going to zone cool. I'm going to take control of that monthly bill. And for 12-month VIP financing, so every month if you use your HSN card, it's $33.33 a month, and that's for 12-month on your HSN card. That's what we're doing for you today. This is something where you can be proactive and not reactive. Like all of a sudden you're like, no, my thermostat is, I'm having to cool a lot or warm a lot. You get this home. You have this ready to go, so when the weather changes, you are already ready to go. I think Tracy disappeared. Tracy was right here. Oh, there she is. There you are.
I'm over by the other portable window unit.
This is on the outside of your home.
And listen, Ty and I just talked about this for a second. You know, this one is nice and clean and it's beautiful because it's never seen the daylight, all right? So if you have this outside of your home, it may be this way for, I don't know, a month or two. But you know what happens after that? Mold grows on this, condensation grows on this, you lose, again, the ability of your window. You lose everything. If this is on a second story or even a first story, you put this in, you never take it out and put it into another window. They call this portable. And also, these are panic decisions. This is when it gets really hot or a heat wave is coming and you race to the home store and you get one of these units and then you put it in and you're kind of stuck with it, all right? Again, this is old school. A lot of homeowners associations don't even let you do this anymore, okay? Now, come to ours. You can't even tell that there is an AC unit in this window. You still have the use of your window. You still can put a screen in. No bugs or little critters are crawling in there at all. You've got the exhaust hose right here. And again, if I put that shade down, you wouldn't even know it's there. So it's portable, it's easy, it's a 4-in-1. These things, a lot of times, are just an AC unit. And the only people that benefit from this, Ty, are the people literally sitting right in front of this.
It's true.
Right? I mean, if you're in a bedroom that has a door or is around the corner, how do you benefit from something like this? Maybe you get like a little hint of a breeze every once in a while. I don't know, like nobody benefits from anything like this.
Yeah, you're right. And those things get dirty so quickly. And once you put them in, you're going to leave them in. But what you're looking at here is the Hunter. This is 10,000 BTU. This is very powerful with all of the features that you need. I also want to show off the remote control in a second. When we come back here in a second after you watch this video, here's the remote control. You can control this from across the room. You find that perfect spot. You find that perfect temperature. You don't have to get up and walk to the window unit. It's also very simple and very easy to use. I love that about this. It is not complicated. I know there's a lot of technology in this, and it does a lot of things, but it's very easy to use, and you can control it from across the room. We all know somebody, right, who maybe is hot when everyone else is cold, or the opposite, or maybe mom and dad live in a house that doesn't have great insulation in it anymore. Instead of going to that thermostat, I want you to get this home and give it a try. At 10,000 BTU, that is powerful.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yes,
right?
And remember, this is a 4-in-1.
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of times this time of year, we launch an AC unit, a portable AC unit. And that's great. It's an AC unit and it's a fan. But now you have a dehumidifier pulling out 2 liters of water an hour. The cool thing about this, Ty, is that if you're used to dehumidifiers, a lot of times they have water reservoirs in the unit. So it pulls the moisture out of the air.
Oh, right.
And then it puts that moisture basically in a bucket.
Right, and then it leaks, and then it leaks on your floor.
Yeah, and then if you don't empty it, it empties itself on your floor.
Yes.
Okay, this doesn't have any of that maintenance. When it pulls the moisture out of the air, it turns it into like a vapor, so to speak, and it pushes that moisture out of the window. So this is zero maintenance, okay? There are no filters you have to change. There's nothing you have to worry about. If you have a window and you have a plug, you are good to go. So remember, I set it at 66 degrees. That's the temperature inside the studio. So it, again, has kind of turned off.
Right.
All right, let me turn it down. Let's see if we can get it a little lower. I'm going to use my remote control for
I'm going to give you a heads up too. The gray is most popular and most limited. Only 180 remaining in the gray. You also have this white option as well here. Okay, so you
So it's going to take a minute. It's going to register what the temperature is, and then
there it already kicked on.
It kicked on.
Already.
All right, so now it's going to be blowing super, super cold air out because it has to cool down this entire area.
Right.
So let's see here. What we got, 48 degrees, 47 degrees. It's again, it just kicked on a minute ago, 44 degrees. So it's gonna be blowing very, very cool air out of this unit to cool down this entire area until the entire area gets to 61 degrees, 37 degrees, 31 degrees. It's gonna keep going down. I'm gonna be selfish and remove my hand because it's actually really
it's getting cold, I bet. Yeah, no, you've got it right now. It's getting cold. It's great. We can see it also. You got music video hair. We see it blowing your hair back as well.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You know what the other thing is great? I like the sleek design of it. It's a nice big size because it's powerful, but it doesn't look industrial. It's not an eyesore anywhere. You can set this in. If this was in your guest room, like this is not an eyesore. This doesn't even take up that much room for as powerful it is. And remember, it is all 4 seasons. It is year-round, and it's Hunter. I mean, look, wait, I grew up with Hunter. I'd look up at the ceiling fan. There's Hunter. Hunter knows how to move air, and moving air is #1 when it comes to cooling or heating or dehumidifying.
Here, come feel this.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I will.
Yeah, I mean,
woo!
right?
No kidding. That's
so
legit.
It's, again, cooling, get in there. I think you're just jealous of my hair right now.
I am, you had good music video hair.
But here's the cool thing. Anywhere from 62 degrees all the way up to 84 degrees.
Wow. Okay.
So again, an AC unit, a heater. So this time of year, it's great for an AC unit. We see those advisories all over the board, you know, heat advisory, all this stuff. You want something that's gonna cool your room down. But then, it gets cold, you know, wintertime, and you want to heat up that room. Gone are the days that you have to cool down your entire home.
It's true.
For the one room that you're living in, the one room that you're watching TV in, the one room that you're, you know, having your family conversations about, or your game room, or whatever it is, your yoga room, whatever you got in your house, you know, make that room that you're in 100% comfortable for you.
That's great.
For you, and saving money at the same time.
That's the thing too. You know, we all feel as soon as it gets warm outside, we start thinking, this is gonna cost me, right? So not only is it 4-in-1, adjustable thermostat, you also have a sleep mode, and you also have a timer. This is really smart, right? You can set the timer so you don't always have to remember to get up and turn it off. You just set the timer, maybe you're falling asleep, sleep mode, and maybe that is your routine. You can do all of that with your remote control as well at $399.99. Again, it's about being proactive and not reactive. It's not waiting until summer's almost over and you've spent so much money every month on the thermostat. Get it now and be prepared.
No, 100%. So let's start from the beginning. Why this model? Why Hunter? Hunter's been around for more than 130 years.
Wow.
You said it. You know, you look up at your ceiling fan, you probably see a Hunter, okay? That's where we started. But we've evolved like everything. So now we're giving you a year-round solution in your home. You have a window, any size window, one that goes up or down, side to side. You can now cool down that room, heat up that room, move that air around, or dehumidify that room. It's a 4-in-1. So you plug it in, you go ahead and you get these adjustable sliders. So that's gonna make sure that it adjusts accordingly to whatever size window you have, anywhere from 18 inches to 50 inches, all right? So you're gonna get that perfect length. You're gonna place this in the lip, all right, of that windowsill, just like so. You're gonna close your windowsill. That locks it into place. Boom, you're done. You're done, okay? This is gonna be a 5-foot exhaust hose, so you can take this, you know, and put this in the middle of the room if you want, whatever. It is so easy and so, you know, it makes sense.
It is.
Because, you know, Ty, when those warnings come across the TV, the heat advisories or the cold advisories or whatever it is, you panic and you race to the home store and you get one of those window units. You get a fan, you get whatever. That doesn't do the job.
No.
This does the job. This is something that you're going to use year round in your home.
And it always seems like we have to buy those year after year because we bought something that was, I don't know, $100, $150 and only lasted a season or two, and then we got to do it again year after year. You're getting something you're going to use season after season, year after year from a brand that's been around well over 100 years that we probably all grew up with and you all know. It will cool you, it will heat you, dehumidify, and a fan with a timer, with a sleep mode, with a remote control. It's everything you need and easy to set up. Very easy to put in your window. I know a lot of people ask if I have windows that go left and right, will that work as well? Yes, you have the slider on there to adjust 18 inches to 50 inches. All of that is adjustable. It's all those things that Hunter brings us. It's all those little things that Hunter thinks about to make it easier for us. And what you're gonna do today is you're gonna use your HSN card. Put it on your HSN card at $399.99. What we're doing today is we're giving you 12-month VIP financing. If you have the HSN card, you're one of our VIP shoppers, use your card, and all you're paying is $33.33 a month. That is it for 12 months. There's no added fee on that. There's no added interest on that. So barely over $1 a day, and you are now kind of controlling that temperature, zone cooling, zone heating, dehumidifying, using your fan from Hunter, and this is it. And remember, that on wheels to move, because you will move it. I'm telling you, you will have it in one room for a while, and then maybe when the weather changes, you will roll it to another room very easily. When you have guests come over, you will roll it into their room. When you have a lot of people over in one room, you will roll it into that room, and Hunter even makes that easy, Tracy. Hunter really thinks about, I mean, that's how a company stays at the top for 140 years, because they think about how we're gonna use these things, and they make it easy for us.
Even the way you get it out of the box.
Yes.
I know that that's not a huge deal, but if you've ever gotten like a very big item at home and you have to shimmy, you have to put it on its side, you've got to shimmy it out to pull it out of the box.
I'm afraid I'm gonna break it.
Right, the fact that these come on caster wheels, you will, again, it comes like this, upright. You will clip the little plastic straps and then you will lift it out of the box, or lift the box off of the unit. So you don't have to do any of the heavy lifting. So the way, again, all you do is you're gonna attach this hose, just like so. You're gonna slide it into place, boom. Then this is gonna be your 5-foot exhaust hose. This is gonna be your window attachment. So you're gonna attach those to the sliders, all right? And then you go to your window, whatever size window you have, 18 inches to 50 inches, whether it goes up or down, side to side, it doesn't matter. You don't lose the use of your window, okay? So let's just go over this again. Attach that to here, all right? Then get that perfect that perfect length. You place that in the lip of your window. You don't have to permanently install anything. You don't have to screw anything in. All you do is you close this, boom, you're good to go. You shut this down. Nobody needs to know what's going on in your house.
Right.
Now you have instant heat. Now you have instant air. Now you have a fan. Now you have a dehumidifier. Remember, with the dehumidifier, it's pulling 2 liters of water out of the air an hour. But that water is not going into a reservoir in this unit. It is vaporized and it's going out of the exhaust hose. That's the thing that we love about this.
When you just said all of those, I thought, like, I've bought all of those things individually in the past.
Yeah, you've lived a lot of places. You lived up north, you lived down here,
You're right.
You've got,
I have bought a fan, then I bought a heater, and then I bought another heater because that heater didn't work and it was too small. And then I bought a portable AC unit, then I bought a dehumidifier. Each one is $150 to $200 and they don't really last that long. All of a sudden now you're getting all 4 of those things year round. At $399.99 right now, we are gonna deliver this to your front doorstep as well. Remember that. You're not having to go to the big box store and load it up in your car. We're gonna deliver this right to your front doorstep at $399.99, all of those things. We only have about 4 minutes remaining here in this presentation, but this is an opportunity to be proactive, right? Not reactive. We know the heat's coming. We're seeing it. It's already down here in Florida. We tend to get hot here before anybody else, but it's already here. It's on its way. Maybe this is the year that you try getting that portable AC unit instead of going to the thermostat. Also, then when it gets cooler, then you will be able to use it as a heater as well. Tracy's gonna show you what it's pumping. Wow, what does that say, 30?
14, 12, 11, 9, not 6 degrees Fahrenheit. I can't even tell you how cold my hand is. 3, 2, 1, wait, it's going below.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's the power of 100. That's the power of 10,000 BTU.
Yeah, again, it is pumping out that really cold air because it's working overtime to cool down this entire studio. I set it at 61 degrees, it's reading 64. Once it gets to 61, it will then kind of pause until it needs to ramp up again. So again, that is the way it saves money. It's not pumping all the time. It gets to the temperature you set it at, it sits there, and if it goes a little higher, it'll kick on. Gets a little lower, it'll kick on to keep that wonderful temperature. And remember, I am a sucker for a remote control. So everything on that top panel is right here on the remote control. You can adjust whether you want heat, AC, whether you want the dehumidifier or, the fan. It's all right here. And then again, you can control the degrees. It can make it hotter or colder. So if you're comfy in your bed and you've got it all perfect and you want it just a little colder, you can adjust that as well.
All for the remote control, set the timer, the sleep mode.
Oh my gosh,
I know right now,
feel this.
at 3.9, okay, let's see.
Sorry, it's like a shiny penny.
Gracious.
Right?
That is amazing. And look, you can feel it all the way, look. I'm still feeling the cold air.
You're not having that. I'm having that hot flash. So when you're when you're miserable, when you're hot, when you're uncomfortable, and you can't fall asleep.
Oh, those
what
summer
do you pay?
nights. Yes.
What would you pay?
Right,
for
you'll
that?
be like, and what we do
when you're
is,
cold,
You're right. What we do is we make those bad decisions. We go to the thermostat. We're like, I just want to sleep, and then all of a sudden, it's gonna cost you. So here it is at $399.99. I want you to get this home and give this a try. You have 30 days to try anything out, but I think immediately you're gonna see how easy it is to use, how powerful it is, how easy it is to set up. And remember, this is year-round. I'm not asking you to, when winter comes, find a place to put this. Store this somewhere. You're gonna leave it out because this is gonna be your heater as well. When it gets very humid, this is gonna be your dehumidifier. When you just need a fan, this is gonna be your fan as well. Whatever window you put it in, maybe vertical, horizontal window, it is versatile, it is powerful, it is practical, and today, it is affordable at $399.99. Look, we're taking $150 off. It's normally $549.99. So right now, to get all of that today, take a look. Everything is on 5 flexible payments, but if you use your HSN card, you get 12-month VIP. We're just not going to the thermostat anymore, thanks to people like Hunter, thanks to brands like Hunter. We're not having to go to the thermostat anymore. Zone cool, zone heat. That is like the biggest tip you hear from homeowners, you hear from people talking about saving money. The biggest thing is to zone cool and zone heat.
Yeah, and I think when people look at this, they think, okay, well, we're getting into summer. That would be great to have for the summer, but where am I gonna store it in the winter? Like, what am I gonna do with it when it's not hot outside? you don't ever have to store this. This is a year-round solution. Now you're zone cooling. Now you're gonna be zone heating. Then you're gonna be zone moving the air around. Then you're gonna be zone humidifying.
Yes.
This is a year-round solution. That's what I love so much about this particular unit. I mean, Ty's right. You're not being reactive. You're not racing to the home store, buying some box thing that you're gonna put in